The Rush Duel tournament gets underway with some fierce battles happening all over Goha City. Meanwhile, the Jurassic Club set their goals on making a maximum profit, selling maximum cards one at a time in exchange for high-end items / money. Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and thank you for joining me as we talk about all things episode 45 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. And honestly, I thought this was an okay episode, as it showcased the Jurassic Club stepping closer towards their goals in earning a large profit from their discoveries. A fact that we learned about this group from their introduction in episode 9. Plus, we also get more great character interactions between all the cast that are involved, as well as some more information and involvement from Goha 6. So first, let's talk about the stuff we learned from Hunt. While he was looking for more blank ID cards in Maximum Mountain, that Silhouette Man appeared, asking Hunt for his assistance in helping them find that special something. What that thing is, we do not know yet. However, judging by the timeline of events, it's very likely that they've already found its location, and that location being the same location that we last saw Asana and Caterpillar and Goha 6 first got introduced into the series of Sevens. The reason as to why I speculate this is because we see 6 approaching Hunt just before Rook goes to Maximum Mountain, and of course Hunt meets up with Rook and Rook duels the Space Club in episode 42. So I could be wrong by that. Let me know what you think if you think that is also correct. But of course, that's just how I kind of interpreted the season and turn of events in a way that it was presented and given to us. But why would 6 need the assistance of a child in order to find this special thing that they are searching for? It just seems a bit weird, and why would Hunt actually help them? Yes, Hunt has a good nose for finding buried items, but if a normal child were to be asked by an adult, a stranger in fact, to help them find something and to go away with them to do so, surely the child should just run away. Wouldn't he taught stranger danger and all of that other stuff? However, two things do come from this as a result. Number one, it shows that 6 is a somewhat decent group of people, holding up their end of the deal and not just tossing Hunt to one side once they have no more use for him. Now, this does lead me to speculate that maybe this group, this organization known as 6, has a code of honor, in where they always have to respect and uphold their part of any bargain when it comes to a deal between themselves and another party being made. This, of course, would hint at them as a group being betrayed within the past. Therefore, they know the pain and humiliation that comes from betrayal. At a wild guess, potentially, they could have been aligned with Goha at some point. Maybe the president promised 6's members something in return after asking for a favor, but then were discarded as fast as you can say, honey wah wah wah, after their favor had been fulfilled. Goha, the president of Goha, never actually had any intention of fulfilling the request of the 6 members. Instead, just decided to get rid of them as soon as they had run out of juice. The second thing to come out of this deal between Hunt and Silhouette Man was Hunt having a pile of maximum cards. This was so he could sell and make a profit out of. Now, I don't mind the whole selling of maximum cards to make money, as this links to the club's goal overall. But my main issue was Hunt himself and the way that the series has built his character up at this moment in time. It left me feeling torn as to whether or not I like this character and whether or not I want to see him back in the future. Sevens has done a really good job of building up his character so far, thanks to the previous episodes he's interacted with our main cast. But his scummy and disrespectful behaviour and actions kind of made me dislike his character more than what those previous episodes have made me like the character. So at this moment in time, Hunt's character is sitting in negative points, in my opinion. However, here's where the feeling of torn comes into play, as the message behind Hunt's actions were very easily and clearly conveyed to us as the audience. The message, of course, was money can change / corrupt a person. So seeing him act like all arrogant and cocky and overconfident and just smarmy and disrespectful towards those around him, even his own teammates, I did kind of like the fact that there was a theme behind his character's actions. So the theme and the aspect of a theme I really enjoyed. Nevertheless though, I did love seeing dinosaurs back in play because I love playing dinos in Yu-Gi-Oh! So this was great. The Dino Maximum was kind of cool. Not gonna lie, the only thing that makes me say kind of cool is because it felt like 3 separate monsters just being summoned instead of combining into one massive dinosaur. Yeah, it wasn't really a special maximum if I'm honest, it was kind of just meh. But it was good to see the design was awesome. Like I loved the designs for each individual dinosaur, but I didn't like it as a maximum monster. I thought it would just be good as 3 separate kind of big strong monsters, if that makes sense. Let me know, did you like it? Plus we got to see an old spell card being used and a new variation of another older Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster. This led to a funny comedic segment in where the cast were all wearing masks and Roman acted very disgusted by this turn of events. She even turned her back on Hunt, which is kind of funny considering how grateful and how like sort of all over him Roman was in the episode where they were kind of trapped and walking through the mines. But I gotta say, poor Yuga. Nobody deserves to have snot thrown over them. That was just disgusting. We also got to further the dynamic between Roman and Roa, as she calls him out on many occasions within this episode. An example of this would be when Roa is explaining how he got that maximum card and why he gave it to Yuga. Roa tries to play it cool and it's just like, it's no big deal, I can't use it without the other pieces anyway. When in reality, Roa just wanted to say thank you to Yuga for inviting him onto his team when his teammates left him. So yeah, I'm really liking this further of interaction between Roa and Roman. But let's just hope Roa doesn't lose his cool and just explode all over Roman. Pause, because out of context that could sound bad. But you get the idea. I don't want Roa just have a massive hissy fit and be like, why do you keep undermining me and pointing out my flaws at every point? Do you get happy by doing that? Does it really, get you off by doing so? I'm going to move on. Now, Neil's character I thought was an interesting addition to the episode, as we get to see his school kid side appearing and being presented, because he's coming across as a more friendlier and down-to-earth character. He gets infatuated by ramen, so who can blame him, because ramen is amazing. But the shot with all of the past rivals and Yuga jumping into the air when Yuga is maximum summoning really does show Neil looking different, almost out of character, because we see him smiling. Now, to counteract my own point, Neil has always been on good terms with Yuga. Even since the Cavalry Club arc, he's shown signs of opening up and kind of becoming more friendlier towards our main cast, leading up to this very episode. So from that aspect, him smiling while Yuga is maximum summoning isn't that out of the realms of weirdness. But at the same time, it's good to see we are getting some development in this particular way for Neil's character, because he probably has been quite sheltered, being that he is underground and working for Goha for most of his life. So yeah, I like the fact that we're seeing him with people and he is opening up and becoming a bit more friendlier and open around others. Cool bit of development here. Now, Yuga's new maximum looked great. And I could be wrong, but wasn't the fireballs that came out of Yuga's monster another old Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster in the form of this card right here? I wasn't the biggest fan of the whole will he draw the third piece or the blank ID card that will magically transform into this needed card that he needs. It was very predictable. However, I did enjoy seeing how each of Yuga's teammates gave him the other cards, and how he came in possession of the blank ID card, and how each of the parts of this new Maximum Monster is symbolized by Asana, Neil, and Roa. Much like how Maximum Overload is represented by Rook, Roman, and Gakuto. So I do like this representation and the symbolism. I thought it was nicely handled. But it will be interesting to see how Yuga moves next in trying to uncover who this group calling themselves Double Six really are. His face upon hearing this name looked really sad, which could either be him upset for not knowing who they are, or even knowing of their existence. Or it could be that Yuga is more worried now about Asana, thanks to the fact that he knows that Chevelle and Garlean had to rush off to her side. Maybe he knows that she's in more trouble than she can handle. Now, I don't think Yuga knows who Double Six actually are, and is upset or afraid of what this group is capable of, as we have no evidence at this point or a reason as to why a child of Yuga's age would know about the secret underground organization. Now, some final points about this episode. Was this the first time in a very long time that Rook has used Dragears in a duel since he actually dueled himself? We don't normally see normal Dragears come out of Rook's deck anymore, so I thought that was pretty cool seeing him getting a cameo at the start of the episode. The animation was okay, nothing crazy good, and the comedy was just there. Like, it wasn't that great and it wasn't that terrible. Again, the callouts from Roman I thought were great, and I did not like Rook's complaining about not having a Maximum Monster. If I'm honest, just give him a Maximum Monster and make him lose with it. That'll definitely shut up his character. Plus, the tournament rules I thought were really good and unique, and breaks our normal traditions of a tournament. As now we have some more unpredictable matchups, as team only needs to lose 7 times in order to be eliminated from the tournament. So we could have duels in where we're like, oh, well, say Gakuto is facing this other character, and we know that because it's Gakuto, he's definitely going to win. But now, Team Rook can actually have a couple of losses under their belt if they need to have them. So it opens up a wider chance for characters to lose against other characters. So I do like that kind of whole 7 strikes and you're out ordeal. Kind of harking back to season 2, you know, the maximum mark, in where the group had a certain amount of strikes that they can get before their counts were deleted. Yeah, like that. It broke traditions of our normal 3 versus 3 elimination sort of style, so it's all good. But those are honestly my thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's episode 45. Let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comment section down below, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content from myself in the future, but above all else, have a great day, and I'll see you real soon. Alligator, matane, goodbye.